Hello family and friends and fellow YouTubers, it's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner, and today we're in Monroe City and I am in front of one of the Monroe City's senior housing complexes, and my summer project this year is to work on the south side of this apartment complex. The resident at this end is like in her 90s and can't keep up with her bed anymore, and the resident at that end just isn't into gardening but has given us permission to do the whole south side here. So that's going to be our project for this summer. So let me show you some of the before shots. I actually started working on some of the weeding yesterday and forgot to dig out the camera, but I'll show you some of the before shots and then I'll be sure and show you an after shot. So let's go take a look at my 2022 senior housing gardening project. Okay, so as you can see, this east side here is shaded by this tree, but it gets really good afternoon sun. So we'll be okay as far as sun goes. But we have a large open empty spot here with just a bunch of weeds. There are some lilies back in there, but they're past their time. We'll try not to disturb them. Then we have a rose bush here that just needs some pruning. Another rose bush, and this is where I started clearing out yesterday, was between these rose bushes. They were all overgrown, all needed to be pruned badly. So I did do that yesterday. Here is the clippings from that. That was quite a job, especially this one here is very overgrown, and I really weeded underneath. Still have some more to do. So that is the east side, the southeast side of the complex. It's going to be mostly roses through there. And then down here we have another empty open spot that's just completely weeds. We have some corn flowers growing. These are wild meadow flowers that have grown under this window here, so we're going to leave them be. And then we have this open spot down here. I will admit that my first and main concern will be those spots up there, because those are the weediest and messiest looking. But we are going to put in some shrubs down here, at least shrubs for this year, and we'll see how far we get with some perennials. Okay, so that is our project. John is here to help me today. He is going to be weed eating down to the soil so that it will be easier to turn over. All right, so we're going to get started. take you guys in for just a little bit of a closer look here before I turn you off. So you can see that I have the shrubs laid out in the order that we're going to be putting them. There's already some roses over there. So the plan is you, rose, you, then sandwich that rose in there, you, and then sandwich that rose, and you. And then we have that big rose bush. And then down here in this area, once again, we will go you, rose bush, you, rose bush, and you. And then down here on this undeveloped area, we will be putting in 3 yews. If I can come up with a little bit more money, we might go ahead and do some more knock-knock roses. But this part down here may be a part that we have to wait until further down the line. So we'll just see. But you can see that the dirt has been turned over, and that we do have railroad ties here that will be acting as our border line, so that when they mow, they can just mow right along these railroad ties and not get into the garden area. So this up here is the southeast corner. The southeast corner, and that's Main Street right over there. And then we're looking into the sun. This is facing west. All right. Keep watching so you can see what the final results are going to be. Of course, it won't really look its best until year after next, because there's a saying that goes, the first year they sleep, the second year they creep, and the third year they leap. So whatever we put in this year will just be sleeping. Next year they will creep, and then by year 3 they should really make a good leap. This garden here is really one of the first things you see coming into Monroe City. I noticed that when I was coming in the other day. Take you guys over here and show you. So the city pretty well ends right there where the railroad crossing sign is at. So when people drive in, and they're going down North Main here. Okay, that's North Main. If they happen to glance to the left, the senior housing complexes are like the first things they see here in town, and this garden is very noticeable. So hopefully not only will the residents here in Monroe City enjoy it, but so will the incoming visitors and incoming residents in Monroe City. Okay, family and friends, well, we are finished with day 1 of revamping the Monroe City Senior Housing Complex South Garden here, and we got a lot done today. John came over and weeded it, and then he turned over the soil so that later we can till. And then my son-in-law Matt Kendrick and his brother Pat Kendrick, they came over and put in some railroad ties to make our border line. So we got that much done. We've got the bed prep done, and so now we just need to go through it with a tiller real quick. Some of the open spots, we're going to let it dry out overnight until tomorrow, and then we'll be ready to put in these plants. And we're going to be putting in some evergreen yews, Y-E-W-S, yews, They're wintergreen, and they can tolerate the Missouri winters really well. And then in between the yews, we have some knock-knock roses that we're going to use for color. The resident up here has already started some roses, so we're going to go ahead and finish the rose theme. So we'll have a yew and a rose and a yew and a rose, and we'll just repeat that pattern. And then in front of the yews and the roses, we're going to be putting in some irises and some daylilies. So, and who knows what else we'll throw in there. But that's the plan for now. Our yews, knockout roses, irises, and daylilies. And then we'll go from there. And I think it's going to be really beautiful. And this is a 16-unit complex. There are 8 units on this side of the road and 8 units on that side of the road. So we're going to have several residents here at the Monroe City Senior Housing that's going to be able to enjoy this garden. Because this walkway is a main walkway that a lot of them use for their morning walks and walking their pets, and so everyone will get to enjoy it, including myself. So this has given me something to do, and you know I love my gardening, and hopefully it will help out the looks here at the senior housing, and something that we can all enjoy for many years to come. So we just have to pardon the traffic because we are on the main street of Monroe City. That's Main Street right there. Not kidding, that's the name. Main Street, Monroe City, Missouri. And so we get a lot of traffic there. But anyway, you'll just have to come back and see how the garden progresses and see what kind of results we end up with. So thank you for being with me here today, and I will see you all later. Bye for now. Remember, if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to know more about what's going on in my corner of the world, hit that subscribe button to Kim's Country Corner. Talk to you all later. Bye for now. And then I live here in apartment 8, down here on the west end, the southwest end. And I am revamping this garden. I was able to get permission to extend this garden out. So that's what I did. It's kind of a mess right now, but it's given me probably another 4 feet to work with. So this is another garden I'm working on this year.